Hey guys, Carlos Cortez here. I'm excited to be here, talk about obviously hot topics. You know, when it comes to the markets, what's the markets doing? The treasuries, is the Fed going to be lowering interest rates? What's going on with immigration in my home state? How is this going to affect our local economy and our at a macro level as well as a micro level? So many things to discuss when it comes to what it's at stake. A lot of pots brewing and different fires. So I just kind of want to break down what's at stake, what you should be doing. We've gotten a lot of phone calls of saying, "Hey, I don't trust what's going on. I um, I, I just don't want to trade my money anymore. My 401k is not safe. The money in the bank is scary because they can take it, and obviously my mutual fund account is taking a hit with fees and expenses and risk." So these are the daily conversations we have when people do call. Now, if you're interested in booking an appointment with us, all you got to do is give us a call, 813 448 3446. Again, it's 813 448 3446. Or you can visit us at cortezwm.com. You can, if you don't mind, like and subscribe our Rumble channel, Scriptures in Wall Street. We're also on YouTube. So go ahead and click the like and share button and the notification, the bell icon there, and that would literally help us out a ton. Our channel is small, but we get syndicated in 3 or 4 different networks, very popular networks, because we simply just speak the truth. We are not bought out. We're not really highly sought after, and that's okay, because at the end of the day, my message is never for sale. My integrity is never for sale. You'll never see a Pfizer commercial on my podcast. You'll never see companies advertising on my podcast that I don't agree with. And so, true story, we had private equity come throw some big 8-figure numbers at me, wanted me to retire, take over my business, take over my show, take over everything, as long as I could change my message. Now, this money would be retirement money for myself and possibly my kids. And I told them no. I am here for a reason. I believe in what I do. I believe that God can supply all of our needs because I truly trust him. The money in the bank account will go away. The precious metals on my desk will go away. But his word is here to stay, and our integrity should never, ever be for sale. With that being said, guys, let's cut right to it. I wanted to talk about, just what is really going on. Are we people pleasing with the immigration system? Are we really, really focused? I got off the phone with my father. As you guys understand, my father's a pastor of a Spanish church in North Carolina. I grew up in a Pentecostal home. My father's always been a pastor. It really is tough because I grew up in North Carolina. North Carolina is a tobacco state. Do you see the white man picking tobacco? Do you see the black man picking up tobacco? Do you see the Asian man picking up tobacco? No. You see the Spanish guy, the Mexican, the Central American that's willing to work to get the tobacco on a tractor so they can send it to Morris Mills, Reynolds, so that they can air dry it and process it and all that. There's got to be something to give. You can't just send all these illegals back. Send the criminals. Send the people that rape people, kill people. But if you own a business or if you care about your local hospital, even your local hotel, restaurants, your house clean, all these crazy services, your landscaping, I don't see a lot of lazy ass Americans doing those jobs, particularly construction. So are we really going to deport them all? Are we going to keep the good ones that are actually paying into a social security system, also known as the EIN? They're assigned these tins. They're assigned these identification numbers that are taxable. Now, as a Hispanic that was born here, as an American citizen, as well as my father that was naturalized, he actually joined the military and got a citizenship. Why can't we do that here? You want to solve the immigration system? It's really simple. Open up the military arms. We're dealing with the transgender gay agenda. Man, I guarantee you, man, if you had these Hispanics, and it's not just Hispanics, it's Haitians, it's the Indians, it's the Chinese, it's Canadians, it's Europeans. The people that coming up the border are not all Mexican or Central American. A lot of them come from the Middle East. And a lot of them are criminals. At least with the Hispanics, they're conservative. They're family oriented. They're hardworking people. And guess what? If you get rid of them, 18 million, 20 million, good luck. Good luck on our economy. There will be no construction. There will be no rebuilds. There will be no roads. There will be no fast food. There will be no food. There will be no agriculture. And maybe that's what the agenda is. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe all of this was planned. Well, it's going to affect the markets. I just got off the phone with my dad. Not that he goes to McDonald's, but for some reason he was at a McDonald's and there was only 3 people there. They literally shut down a McDonald's. I've never heard a McDonald's shut down. I know their ice cream maker is always broken, but I've never heard a McDonald's actually shut down. I-40 is like the old school DUI spot. I remember when I was a kid, my mom would have to stop. My parents would stop in the middle of the road after church service on a Wednesday at 9:00. And I'm like, why are these cops pulling everybody over? Oh, this is normal. This is a DUI stop. So what's a DUI? Well, they're doing the same thing here with immigration. Now, some of you may not understand. As for me, I'm an American citizen. I had friends that are now doctors, that are attorneys, that own construction companies, that are doing business, building Amazon buildings for Amazon, Google, RTP, working on governmental assignments such as high schools, rebuilding local high schools. These are ran by people that don't even have a social security number. So yeah, let's send them all back. Deport them all, they say. And I agree, there needs to be law and justice, but there also needs to be some common sense here. I have a heart of a social worker, mind of a capitalist. You can't just take all your employees of every single business of America and ship them off to a country that they don't even know anymore because they've been here for 10, 20 years. That have already committed to the Social Security system. As a matter of fact, if you're on Social Security, you better hope that these people continue paying because the young American is not paying to the system anymore. They're 1099ing themselves out of it. They're Uber eating. They're trying to be a social influencer. They're trying to podcast. They're trying to do all these things outside of a 9-to-5, outside of a W-2 infrastructure type of system. I say get rid of all the criminals. Maybe let's figure a way to create a reform. Our country is built on immigrants, by the way. The Tonys of the world in Italy, they call the Italians Tony because they didn't speak English. They put 2 NY. Send them 2 NY. The Tonys, the Italianos. And guess what? New York was built. We got to do something here, man, because here in the South, y'all knuckleheads in up north are coming down here, and there's no way we can build without these immigrants building apartments and homes and construction, and the Marias of the world cleaning your house and cooking and creating these awesome meals at restaurants. We need prayer, man. Like it sucks. It sucks to be in this position. I get it. I get it. I am all American. I am pro America. I'm pro laws. But we need some freaking common sense here, man. Like, do you not care about the financial ramifications this is going to have to our economy? Like, literally, they're just going in trailer parks. They're going all over the place and plucking people that are going to church, that are putting up Christmas lights, that are taking their kids to school, that are reading the Bible to their families, that are actually donating to the food bank. Illegals donating to the food bank when we have Americans that are sat on their fat asses that are greedy. They're wondering how they can get above minimum wage and when their next cigarette break is so they can smoke a cigarette and have a Baconator at Wendy's. Like this is all ass backwards, man. I've always been pro immigration. I want to fix the immigration system. My easy way, if I was to ever run for governor, you want to be an American citizen, get your ass in the stars and stripes and put the uniform on. And we will create a pathway to citizenship. Take a bullet for our country. Because let me tell you, us Latinos, we know how to fight and we fight. There's something called a conquistador. You know what that is. You want those representing your flag. You want those to go to war. You want those guys to kick ass for our country. Because let me tell you, they will be prideful in a good way. And they will fight with honor till the death. Because they're fighting for their last name. They're fighting for their family. They're fighting for the American dream. That's how you get rid of the immigration problem. But there's never going to be a reform because there's this stupid Epstein list. There's these stupid pedophilic dual citizen garbage of Israel government and American government that are all over our Congress. We are pro-Israel, but not pro-America. We have open borders, shut down borders. It's all designed so they can track, trace, and control us, to confuse us, to take the food supply away. Yes, send all the illegals that support the food supply, the restaurants, the building, the schools, the prisons, the roads, all of that. That's what we want. Well, I'm here to tell you it's going to affect the stock market tremendously. When these companies, particularly brick and mortar companies, when they don't have the ability to run their business and their operations and their SOPs, and those earnings come down, you mix that in with the banking system, with commercial real estate lending, you mix that in with all the other yield curve anomalies that we have right now, Bitcoin going down, gold is skyrocketing one day, melting one day, going back up one day, is volatile. The VIX is high. I understand. I understand why you're scared. I understand why it's hard to trust the current situation. I understand why you're starting to look at our current president as possibly, there's some shenanigans going on there. We have to decide right now, like, what are we going to do as Americans? Because I'm an American first guy all day. Over Israel, over Ukraine, over Taiwan. I don't care about any other countries other than the red, white, and freaking blue, baby. That is me. Call me ethnocentrical, call me whatever you want. I care about this country because my father fought for this country. My grandmother came here legally, left everything in her country, came here legally because she saw an opportunity. for her sons to do amazing things here. Thank God that I'm American. Thank God she did that. But America looks different today. America has been occupied. America isn't just a white man with blue eyes. America has different colors, has different nationalities. One thing we all agree on is that our flag bleeds red, white, and blue. And that we all have a pursuit to happiness. Whether you're on the left side, right side, it does not matter. We all have a pursuit to happiness. Whether we're occupied or not, our faith is what keeps us strong. Our country is one thing, but God is the author of all the principalities. And so let us not forget that he is the true governor. God is not the author of confusion. He is a God of order, wisdom, and strategy. You know, people want guarantees, stability, and assets that don't collapse under volatility. And you guys heard me reference Proverbs 22:3. It's a huge elephant in the room. We're waking up to a financial impact on the border crisis. It's going to really, really hinder us. And we're not really just talking about politics. We're really talking about stewardship. Because now there's billions in state level costs, pressure on housing. Your local market is getting destroyed. There's a huge demand for social services, which is underfunded. So now we got to spend more money on social services. I play hockey with a bunch of cops, and ICE is trying to take over the local cops department, even the SWAT team. The budgets are cracking at a municipality level, not to mention the rising increase on insurance and healthcare. And when you dilute the integrity of the border, you're actually diluting the stability of the nation. So what does scripture tell us? Basically, God loves a foreigner. God calls us to treat the sojourner with compassion, but God also establishes borders, gates, leaders, and laws. Acts 17:26 says, he determined the appointed times and the boundaries of their habitats. A city without walls is like a man without self-control. Proverbs 25:28. We all understand that God supports compassion, but not chaos, because he's not the author of chaos. So having strong leadership, the clear laws, which are jacked up and occupied in favor of the people of our puppet masters. And we never have been a culture that's rooted in righteousness. And so that's what I really, really pray for, is that we can have a culture in righteousness. However that looks like. Whether you think the whole thing is occupied, whether Trump himself is pro-Israel or pro-America, we need to pray for righteousness. If you currently have money in the bank, a 401k, or even precious metals in an IRA, you may want to listen up. You're going to want to have a place where you have a guarantee on your funds. As we go into a lower interest rate environment, banks will be stressed out. Right now, you can get a guarantee, yes, a guarantee on your principal, and get a 29% bonus. Go to greenmoneysolutions.com, fill out your information, and let's just see if you qualify. So the reason why I say all this is because it's going to affect inflation big time. More population, stress municipalities, more federal and state spending. basically is more inflationary pressure on our economy. We have real estate issues. Many of you are waiting for real estate to come down, but also interest rates to come down. It's a double whammy. There's going to be a lot of neighborhood changes, rental demand shift, Section 8 usage increases, obviously, and insurance premiums are going to rise. Obviously, another function, how this affects the byproduct of a symptom of this crazy mass immigration is we're going to have more uncertainty in the markets. We're going to have more uneasy investors. Investors are just going to run because they'll see more volatility, which will bring the markets down. And as AI is getting kicked in the nuts a little bit, we've been overbought, obviously, on the AI sector. I say all that because America cannot even sustain the crazy spending that is about to happen. So at the end of the day, you can agree, hey, Carlos, you're an idiot. You're illegal. You're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. You know, America, you're going to say all this stuff, and I totally get it. I totally get it. But I'm just asking you to think logically here. Because if we get rid of all these illegals, who's going to pay into Social Security? Who's going to build the buildings? Who's going to cut the grass? Who's going to cook the food? Who's going to clean the homes? Who's going to drive the bus? Who's going to drive the ambulances? I'm telling you guys, like, I don't think you want that smoke. I'm telling you, man. It's going to be bad news. This is going to be such a huge trigger for our economy in the agriculture space, in the construction space. It is more prevalent than ever. As we look at the financials, as we look at other things, that you need to get your money right. This is not a fear-mongering channel. This is not a fear-mongering episode. This is just collecting facts. A house divided against itself cannot stand, Mark 3:25. Right now, many are divided, confused, and overwhelmed, but you don't have to be. You can build your foundation on Scripture, your finances on Scripture. You can build a household full of wisdom, and you can build your money on stewardship and not on speculation. So some practical things that we can look into moving forward with all these unknowns is you can obviously continue to listen to scriptures on Wall Street. You can call my office, 813-448-3446. Visit us at cortezwm.com to book an appointment. Let me give you a second opinion on what you're doing, and I'm more than happy to help you with that. But more importantly, guys, now is the time to have safe money working for you, particularly green money. Now, what is green money? Yes, they're high growth insurance products, high growth fixed index annuities that are going to protect your principal. The downside about these accounts is that you only have access to 10% a year. Now, many of you have money in the bank, then you don't put all your money in this account. You only put money that you want to protect. If you need liquidity, then we can buy these puppies. They're called precious metals. I wouldn't put all your money into it, maybe 15 to 25% of your liquid assets, but be ready to sell it when it's at an all-time high, which is now. So yes, if you have precious metals and if you had it for a good year, chances are, if you didn't get it from a scumbag precious metal dealer, you know who they are. You didn't go to Cornerstone, my favorites. I highly recommend Cornerstone. Yes, Cornerstone, 888-747-3309. Reach out to Cornerstone for your precious metal allocations. Let them know I sent you, Carlos, with Scriptures on Wall Street. And they're good, God-fearing, faith-based people, and they're fair. And in my opinion, they can beat pretty much anyone's price. And don't fall victim to this collective, these are highly minted, highly favored. Silver coins. Guys, it all gets melted in the same pot. So don't fall for that collective nonsense. All right. So yes, we need to have safe money going into these accounts. Now, for those of you that have been to greenmoneysolutions.com, I've updated it, put a video there. I've also shown that if you'd like that 14-year product with a 29% bonus that has been extended till December 3rd. Yeah, so December 3rd will be the new date. If you haven't had a chance, go to greenmoneysolutions.com. You simply can just pick. If you hadn't had a chance, go over to greenmoneysolutions.com. This is just our marketing site for Green Money Solutions so that your money can be a protected account in a protected account so that can grow with the index. Whether that's the QQQ index with this transition index, whether it's the S&P 500, you want to be able to have the ability to protect your principal outside of the stock market so that you're not subject to the volatility that's about to come. If the market crashes because of commercial real estate or this immigration reform and the market starts selling off, because I don't think these companies are going to be profitable when their workforce is gone. Like it's going to have a huge, huge burden on a macro and a micro level. So just some food for thought, guys. Option 4, if you scroll down to option 4, for those of you that are interested in that big bonus product, 29% up front, you can add to it for the next 3 years. There is a fee. It's a 14-year deal. You only have access to 10% during those 14 years, but your money is guaranteed, principal protected by the strengths of the insurance company, not my guarantee. Now, this is a rotator index. So this is going to be an index that goes from the S&P 500, NASDAQ, treasuries, and commodities, those 4 sectors. So it's pretty amazing. Historically, this index has done over 12.5% over the past 27 years. In 2016 to 2020, it did over 100%. Now, if you're in the bonus product, you probably will make roughly around 50% of those gains. If you sign up for option 3, which is a no fee, no bonus, you would make 100% of those gains minus your spread. So very good products while interest rates are pretty hot right now. High, I would say. They are coming down. And it's always, I've always said it, it's the unraveling of the yield curve that puts us in a financial strain. So if you look at the historicals of when the yield curve was inverted, typically a year to 2 years, we have problems. And that is documented. That's not theory. That is actual truth. So as we look at, the bro investors on what they're saying about the economy, I mean, it's really confusing, guys. Gold steadies as investors temper expectations for U.S. rate cut. Ooh. Gold study after a 2-day gain as investors scaled back expectations for an interest rate cut from the Feds next month. Didn't we just discuss this, that I don't think the Fed is going to lower interest rates in December? Didn't we just say that like 2 weeks ago? I'll be darned. You see, that's the whole thing. The whole thing is to find out what is happening before it hits the bro investors. You see how late they are to the game? This is how they make money off of you. This is how they continue to control, because there is no way the average retiree, there's no way the average bro investor is going to keep up with the news before it hits the news. You see, I like finding stuff out before it hits the news, making decisions right before, proactive decisions before it actually happens, so that I can benefit and that my clients can benefit. I'm not perfect at it. I get called an idiot. I get called a moron. I get called this guy's off his rocker, all of this stuff. And then boom, a month later, Guess what happens? I said that gold would go down. I said that the economy would have problems as soon as the interest rates would inverse. I called Bitcoin at 75,000 back in 2 years ago. I said it would go down to 75,000. I got laughed at. You remember that dip that we had almost 2 years ago? And yep, I got laughed at that. I just said it last week that Bitcoin would go underneath 89,000. And like, it would never break 100,000. Yeah, you're right. It's going to break 89 grand. And so let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Because the bro investors don't like me talking about it. That's for daggone sure. Yep. So it's on a rise back a little bit. We got a little momentum going up. But we were at 89,000. Jeez, look at that. 89,480. Literally, I saw that support at 89,000. So yeah, we hit it, guys. Now it definitely can come back to 96,000 and come right back down. The overall trend is down though. You see this whole sense, really what day is that? Thursday the 13th. It's on its way down from 103 all the way down to 89. And now it's back up to 92. So I would not invest in Bitcoin if you cannot take these massive, massive drawdowns. The drawdowns for any crypto can be easily 60 to 80%. If you are not comfortable losing 60% to 80% of your money, please do not invest in the red money cryptocurrency. This is not meant for retirement planning. This is not meant for anyone trying to use this money to pay bills. Please do not do that. This is not suitable for you. This is only suitable for someone that has a complete understanding what Bitcoin is and understands that they could lose on the speculative asset a good 80 to 90% of their digital asset very quickly. But if you have the risk tolerance, then yes, you can buy this and do very well. Bitcoin's going to average over 40% historically since the past 25 years. It's done very well, but these are just the natural cycles that it goes through. But people freak out. People absolutely freak out. So be very careful. If you can't afford Bitcoin, another option you could do is you can actually go to BitU and you can actually buy the ETF that tracks Bitcoin. Let's see if it pops up. Don't know if it will. So yes, you can buy BitU, which is obviously going down. You see this down. This tracks Bitcoin. It's at 29.79 a share. For those of you that can't afford Bitcoin, you can actually own this ETF. You can actually buy a call option on this once it starts to do very well. Now's not the time because the trend is down. But this is a great alternative for anyone that wants Bitcoin but can't afford it, but does want to make money on the upside. BitU, again, this is not investment advice. I'm only sharing this for education purposes only. If you invest in this is red money. You have the possibility to lose a lot of money. So I am not recommending this. This is just awareness. But if you would like to have the ability to grow with Bitcoin, then you can purchase BitU, which is a great ETF that tracks Bitcoin. Also, if you like to short it, like how I made money the other day on this trade, you can buy the reverse, which is SBIT. And so this is going up when Bitcoin goes down. Highly risky trade. This is not a long-term investment. You will lose money long-term on this. This is only a trading type of ETF, but pretty amazing. Look at the power behind this. This goes up when Bitcoin goes down. So it is, if you flipped the Bitcoin chart upside down, it would pretty much overlay this naturally like the same. Pretty amazing. So you can buy call options on this. The average trade range on this is going to be $2.65. So yeah, it jumps up about $2.50 every single day to the up and down side. As you can see, is pretty volatile. We have our MACD crossover here, so we might see this come down a little bit as Bitcoin goes up. Check out gold. It's coming right back down. Woo-wee. But you can't say gold is going to go down, Carlos. It's always going to go up. The dollar's crashing. Inflation is bad. It's safe. You're an idiot for thinking gold's going to go down. I mean, you say it all the time. You hear it all the time. But I'm telling you, gold's going down. It's just a natural cycle. Here's my sell bar, which is pretty accurate. We going down on gold, baby. Whether you like it or not, I told you guys to sell 10, 15% of it. You didn't like what I said? Well, guess what the Bible says? The Bible says that the passive person will pay the price. So, yep, should have sold some of that gold. It is coming down. I don't know how far. I need to see what this breakout's going to look out and how much momentum we got. But yeah, we are pretty much a layup that gold's going to go down. I mean, you see the trend now. I said gold back early in November. I said gold will continue to go down. It's hit its peak. And here we go. 3 days later, we got a signal for a death cross. That this purple box, like the momentum's so fast, it's going to cross over this 200-day moving average. When it did, we got a red box on the 18th, and now it popped over the 200-day moving average, and now we're starting to see selling pressure, the same momentum as we saw back up here. So if we take our measurement actually from top to bottom, that wave there, I mean, we could see gold at 3,800 pretty quickly within a week. If it continues to come down, we could see gold literally come down tremendously, a good 10%. What is that going to do for your gold IRAs? This is why I always recommend green money solutions, because even precious metals is manipulated. Doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to protect it when the market goes down. Wait a second. The stock market's going down and gold's going down. That's not supposed to happen, right? Isn't that the overall census? The stock market goes down, gold should go up. So here's the stock market. Stock market is literally on a tear down, and it's going to continue to go down. Look, we got a death cross on the S&P 500. It is officially turned bearish on my charts. This whole Nvidia thing, it's all hype to try to invest you. So yes, you see the S&P 500. Now you're going to see gold. Gold's already forming a sell signal. It is already coming down as we speak. That is a daily. That is a 4-hour on gold. Yep, this is a 1 hour if you wanted to trade it. 4-hour, there's a daily and the weekly. So the weekly shot up, as you see. But yes, this is running out of steam. The weekly is actually very lagging. We like to go by our daily charts or the 4-hour charts, which shows a massive, massive fall off. So pretty interesting, guys, that, a 30-minute chart shows us that, yes, it is weakening. You're seeing sell signals all over the place, but the stock market is going down. Generally speaking, we see gold go up, is what everyone thinks, but that's not true at all. Now, let's look at our favorite currency, The US dollar. What is the dollar doing with all of this? Remember, I told you that the dollar is getting pumped up. This is why gold is going down, because the dollar is going up. We went from 32.34 to 32.39. So the dollar will continue to come up and gold prices will come down. The same reason why gold shot up is because the dollar went down and gold shot up. Look at that. Look how bad it just melted. 32.71 at his top, his bottom here at 32.15. It just melted. So we can expect gold to come down as a dollar gets pumped up. Yes, the dollar's getting pumped up, guys. I'm sorry your gold is going down, but you couldn't say I told you so. Right now, you can contact our office. We can get you a bonus account if you've lost money. If you're younger than 65, and in most states, you can get a 29% bonus. If you're over 65, you can get a 23% bonus right now. There are fees, there are ramifications if you go over 10%, but we want to have a suitability call. So if this is something that you're interested in, then give us a call. We'll see if it's a great fit or not. 813-448-3446, or simply just book a call with us to make sure that you are fine, that your money is going to be protected on the next volatile market scenario. And it doesn't have to be in the stock market. It could be in the banks. The banks are, and that was the other thing I wanted to show you. The banks are not doing well right now. Look at the regionals. Oh boy, here we go. Holy smokes. Can't say I didn't tell you so. I wondered why this happened, guys. We got a red box, a pink box saying that there's going to be a a death cross very soon. We just got a death cross on the 19th. While everybody's focused on NVIDIA earnings, immigration, we got a death cross on the banking system, meaning that the momentum is going to go down. Even though you saw a spark of hope here, even on my my volume, my momentum index with my volume here, we're still trending down. So people have money in the banks. You better hope that the money stays in the banks and that you have the withdrawal benefit still before they take that away. I'm telling you, this is where I love green money. Like if you have money in the bank over 6 months worth and you haven't securitized your money utilizing non-banking products, using insurance products to guarantee your principal, insurance companies have to have dollar for dollar in cash reserves versus a FDIC bank or NCUA bank. They only need 0.74% in reserves to back up your dollar. In my opinion, I would rather have a financial institution that's been around for 100 years, that you still have access to your money, you still have cash reserves that are backing up your money, and they're not subjugated or subject to the stock market. This is what Green Money Solution is all about. If you're interested, then give us a call. Again, 813-448-3446, or visit us at cortezwm.com. You can also go to greenmoneysolutions.com, learn about the available accounts that are out right now. Some are growth oriented, some are bonus oriented. There's a huge difference. Basically, do I want to pay a fee and get a bonus up front? Or do I want to not pay any fee, not get a bonus, and literally have 100% of the index come to me? Then that might be for you. But give us a call. Go to cortezwm.com and let's just see if it's suitable for you. This weekend, I'm going to be talking about some trades I think are going to hit this week. It won't be an investment advice, but if you like investment advice, you can always give us a call, 813-448-3446. I love you guys. And for those of you that are asking for how was it in Nashville, it was great. Here's some pictures of my son. My son, out of 11 teams, came out 4th place. He's showing a lot more confidence Many of you have asked me how his grades were doing. You remember the emotional situation of the prison public school system that I had him in. It was my fault to not giving him a place where he can be successful. And so I changed all that, and now he has A's and B's. He's doing very well. And he's getting more confident in the classroom and showing up on the ice, and he's doing well. So thank you for your prayers. Also for Rachel, she recently made the honor roll with her new school, and I'm just excited for her. Just a blessing. So thank you for your prayers. The work still continues. I still have to do, her brain balance exercises, her neurological development exercises. They're non-invasive, no drugs, obviously, just exercises to exercise the underdeveloped part of her frontal cortex. So please keep her in your prayer. And also me and myself. I just lost a friend from high school today, and my heart's a little heavy because he was a good dude. And I pray for his family. He didn't deserve that. I hope it wasn't vaccine injury related, but I would never know. Anyways, God bless you guys. I pray that you speak to Jesus on a daily basis. I pray that us men getting fit, that you can embrace your masculinity, that you can be present for your wife and your family, be the priesthood of your home. God bless you guys. Please give me a call if you need help. I'm here to help as much as I can. I can't pick up every client. I have Josh here that helps out, and he's done a tremendous job so that I can continue to podcast, be a husband, be a father, and be an advisor to many of you. So God bless you guys, and we will be talking soon. Unapologetic, I won't bow, I won't hide. Latino blood, American pride, with a word in my heart and the fire in my speech. I'm a warrior for the kingdom on scriptures and Wallstreet. So how many times have we gotten lost in the minutia of the everyday life? We've gotten fat, we've gotten lazy, we've gotten complacent, not just in our faith, but also our fitness, maybe our finances, maybe our marriage, maybe our family. But we've gotten complacent, and we constantly need to continue to grow. And one of the things I was weak at was in my fitness. As a former athlete, I thought I had it all. My ego got in the way. I'm like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Up until now, I have been able to focus on my fitness. For those of you who've been following me for 3 or 4 years, you understand that I've gained a lot of weight. I've used the excuse of having 4 kids, a marriage, a business, helping out at church, all these excuses. And I keep putting myself in the back burner. This is deadly. And what I love about this company, what I love about taking ownership, is that GetMeLeanUSA.com has the ability to introduce natural, groundbreaking peptides. What your body demands, what your body needs to release those fat stored cells, to build muscle, to gain your physical being back to where it's naturally supposed to be. We're not talking about big pharma saying we're going to come out with the weight loss drug. We're not talking about losing muscle. We're talking about gaining muscle, gaining your physique back, controlling your appetite, giving you the edge that you need to help you get your body back in check the way God intended it to be, by using his resources with America First products, with America First company that aligns and believes in what you believe in. Introducing GetMeLeanUSA.com. Get in. This is going to be groundbreaking, huge business opportunity, as well as a huge groundbreaking technology that is going to change the landscape. So I know good things before I see it, and I highly recommend you get in. All you got to do is click the link below and get you some fit, get you some lean, and get fit and get lean. This is not going to do everything. Of course, diet and exercise, you continue your walking, continue your protein intake, but man, does it make it a whole lot easier to get in shape. Look at me, I've lost 60 pounds, but this is actually fundamentally a great recipe to get back in shape. And I can personally attest to the amazing effects of this product. So go to getmeleanusa.com. You won't regret it. You can cancel anytime. They're affordable and yet they're effective. And you are supporting our show. You're supporting yourself. You're supporting a mission. There is an affiliate program attached to it if you would want to share it with your friends and family. There's a whole nother opportunity there. But more importantly, let's get your fitness back in check. God bless you. Carlos Cortez here, signing out.